What's up, everybody? It's your boy P. Welsh here, bringing to you UFC Fight Night from Down Under. ULBERG versus Reyes. Pretty disappointing UFC Noche record, but, always here for the bounce back. There was kind of a crazy card, too. Week off, we're here. Starting it off in the heavyweight division, we got Pericic versus Ellison. And I guess we just have to pray this fight ends by a knockout. There's not really much to go on both these guys. Very 4-1 versus 5-1. Just finishes galore and just expect some fireworks here. I don't really know who's supposed to have the edge here. Maybe Ellison. What were the odds to frick? Bad start to the video. There's Ellison plus money, so this one's really hard to say. I will just pick the favorite here, just because I'll go with that. But I have a lot of underdogs that I kind of like at some point in this card. Not a lot, but a few. I'll go with Pericic first. Just go with the Australian. A lot of home cooking, not complete home cooking, but yeah, I think that's let's just get it done that way to start it off. I don't know how it's not much to break down here. A lot of finishes, big heavyweight guys, 6'5", 21 versus 38-year-olds. Let's go Pericic. Next up, women's bantamweight here, Montague versus Carolina. Montague 6-0 and Carolina 11-4. And yeah, Carolina opened up as an underdog here, and I kind of like her in this spot. I mean, the last loss that she had was to Joanne Wood, and she got caught by Molly McCann one time in like her only like Molly's biggest win. And I think she'll be ready for Montague. I think she'll be able to hit her with better. I think she'll be able to defend the submissions. I think she'll be able to win knockout. I just can't believe that she'd be such a big favorite. Like, unless Carolina has negative ground game, which she very well could have, one submission loss. But, I expect somebody with Carolina's experience to be able to handle this in somebody's debut at home. I don't think it's going to be that simple. I don't necessarily, 5'6". Carolina's very big, and this is a bantamweight, so, Michelle's pretty big too. 5'9", so we'll see what ends up happening here. Should be a good scrap. I got Luana Carolina, though. I like the UFC experience, the time training, just for a competition that's super top-notch. There's no way I have faith in somebody that's minus 200 to go in there for a sub in their debut. It's just not that easy. The cage is a good a big experience, factor for grappling, and I think it takes a little bit of time to get used to that octagon. Luana Carolina. Next up, what a spicy fight here. Jamie Mullarkey, lightweight bout against Ronaldo Bedoya. Mullarkey 17-8 versus Bedoya 14-4. Both guys coming off a loss. Mullarkey back-to-back finishes, and against Bedoya, decision loss to Jai Herbert, and looked really unimpressive there. I don't know if he was teetering with welterweight, lightweight, and just trying to commit to the lightweight bout. I like Mullarkey here. I think the cut will be better for him. I think Bedoya just doesn't really have as great as skills as Mullarkey does at the top end. He might do better, like at certain portions, but I also think he's just not that good at striking defense. He gets punched a lot. He's in there a long time. He doesn't have finishing power, which is probably the biggest thing that you're worried about for Jamie Mullarkey. I don't think Bedoya is putting anybody out, and if he does, that would be a good one for him. Clip it, send it to me when he knocks out Jamie Mullarkey, but I truly think Mullarkey puts it on for 3 rounds here. Just really stands up on the feet, uses the Jai Herbert cookbook there, and I think he could just be a more skilled fighter than Ronaldo Bedoya at this point. You don't like his output is nothing crazy. He's 3-0 and all decision losses in the UFC. Again, I think he's teetering between welterweight and lightweight. This is, again, he's a 165er. This is the classic 165er. Are these guys kind of in a way? Maybe not Mullarkey. I think he can cut, but like Bedoya, he just can't find the weight. Some guys just can't find the weight at 155, and it takes a lot of it out of them, and I think that's what we'll see here. I think Mullarkey, 3rd round, Mullarkey finish, decision at the end is definitely live here. Going Jamie Mullarkey. Let's go, baby. Next up, bantamweight bout here. Colby Thickesty versus Joas Musasa. 7-1 versus 8-1. Both guys coming off a loss. Thickesty to Topuria, Alexander, and Musasa got finished by not Chito Vera, Carlos Vera. Big upset there. Nice finish. It was a crazy. If you watch that, it's a great highlight finish. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Dickacy here, dude. I think he was a really strong performance against Topuria. He made Topuria come out and bring a really top level game and to beat him, and I just don't see that same skill set from Musasa. Uh, I might be completely wrong here. I think Musasa can probably look. I just don't know what the finishing power is. Not a true believer in it, and I'm not sure if he can go in there over 15 minutes and actually win. I'm not sure he can, sustain and beat somebody that's going to be in there. I think if he does win, Musasa gets a finish, right? I think he can go get himself a submission, even though he's never done it. But to KO Thickacy, I don't think it's going to be as easy as he thought. I think Topuria was losing some of the exchanges on those on the feet, and when he only got the advantage when he started implementing the wrestling and feinting in that. I don't know if Musasa is going to implement any pace forward like that. So I'm kind of going Thicknessy here. I don't know if that's how you say it. I want to pick Musasa, I really do, but I just don't really trust him, man. I think he's still super young. He's still got a lot of a lot of experience to gain in the octagon. And again, just one of these guys when you go 15 minutes with a guy named Topuria, that's a little bit of a feather in a cap, man. I think he's a very well-rounded fighter, and I think he can win over the course of 15 minutes. Thicknessy here, another Australian home cooking. Again, a lot, but not all of them. Next up, middleweight bout, we got Cameron Roston versus Andre Petrovsky. Roston 1-1 versus Petrovsky 13-5. Roston's real record is 12-3, but is making his UFC debut against Andre Petrovsky. And yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about this one. Initially, when I thought it, I was like, yeah, Petrovsky wrestling, finish. But and then as soon as I started doing some research on Roston, I was like, oh well, he's just gonna catch a neck and figure something out against him. And yeah, I want to pick Petrovsky here. I'm a fan favorite, but he's just so not exciting. And if he can't hold down my guy's got extreme level grappling. I think he finds a submission here. I got Roasted by submission. I just think Petrovsky, it's just, I can't imagine him being able to hold down a guy with this level of just submission finishing experience. Like, I think get something called a calf slicer on your resume. You know what you're doing on the ground there. So I think he can catch Petrovsky trying to get a takedown. I think he can catch him with a guillotine. I think he can catch him, even trip him up and find a rear naked choke. I kind of like Roaston if he get a submission here. Not like my favorite bet here. I like I said, initially I was on Petrovsky, but I just can't. Dude, if you watch his fights, the only reason he's winning is because he's fighting some absolute guys that have no heart and desire. And if this guy has heart and desire and is looking for that killer snatch, he's going to snatch it up. So, yeah, let's go Petrovsky here, baby. Next up, the welterweight bout, Jonathan McCaff versus Oban Elliott. 8-1 McCaff, 6 foot versus 12-3 Elliott, 6 foot. And yeah, pretty much back to a pick 'em here. And I gotta pick Elliott to bounce back, man. He was such a big favorite, and he laid an absolute egg against, was it Brahmaji? No, Sung Young. I have no idea what happened, man. I just can't. I just can't imagine he's just not going to come back and fight a lot better. Like, a unanimous win against Kevin Jesuit is nothing to impress me. I think Oban Elliott can put on the pace. I think he's a very skilled boxer. Got great footwork. He might be struggled to get hit, but I think he could be. He's got to fight better, dude. If the dude doesn't fight better, he ain't going to be fighting anymore. This dude was apparently on some kind of run, and then all of a sudden just took one of the biggest upset and dumped on that I've ever seen as like just a rooting fan performance. I was like, what the heck just happened there? What did I watch? So yeah, I'm just gonna go on the rebound here. Oban Elliott, travel well, be on kind of a big card. I know it says fight night. He likes fighting on the numbered cards, but he's got to get the juice going. He's got to just be better than this guy. And again, McAfee, bring it, dude. Bring it. Knock him out, please. Put the L on the resume, because it'd be kind of crazy. Like I said, and then you're going back and looking at Elliott's wins. They're less and less impressive as they age. So, Bazel has saved Preston Parsons, Val Woodburn. Like, okay, like, I mean, guys he should arguably beat. So, honestly, I'm kind of feeling like a Mike Half reversal, but I'm just going to stick with Oban Elliott. We're going to ride him one more time. We're not going to just jump off, overreact because he lost one time. I really do believe in his technical ability. I do believe in his footwork. I think he just has to. He's got to bring it today, bro. He'll rebound. I think he'll get the dub. Oban Elliott. Let's go, baby. Next up, women's strawweight bout. Loma Lookboonmee, 10-3, standing 5'1" against Alexia Thainara, 5'4", 12-1 record, 6-inch reach. And yeah, is this another overreaction spot to Loma Lookboonmee not looking too good in her last couple fights? I don't understand. I guess they really do think she's not going to be able to just dominate like she has her other fighters being 5'1". This one is really toss up to me. I mean, I guess I'll have to pick Tainara, but like I really don't feel very comfortable picking against Loma Lookboonmee here. Like I really don't. I don't understand why the super big fade. Is it just a metrics thing? Like she did lose some rounds. Did they expect her to lose some rounds here? Is they expect her to just get kind of dominated here? Is her ground game not going to be good enough? I'm just going to pick Thainara by decision, and if Lookboonmee does get it, then she gets it. So I'm going to go Thainara just probably by domination here. Loma, I'm sorry. I don't know if Loma's ever been finished either, so it's not something. She's been subbed once, so if we're looking for something there, happened pretty early in her career via armbar, so something spicy could be in play here for Thainara. I'm going to pick another sub. Sorry, Loma. I mean, I'm a big fan. I wouldn't be surprised if she puts on a class performance, but I just don't know if she's really ever put out that volume output against somebody that's, I don't know, man. This one's tough. This one's a really tough one. She's got a lot of experience against a lot of really good fighters. That's all. That's another thing for sure. Like if you're picking against Loma Lookboonmee here, that's what I'll probably end up betting her because she's the underdog, and then pick Thainara here by sub. But I mean, she's fought the likes of Angela Hill, Sam Hughes, Lupe Godinez, Denise Gomes, Bruna Brazil, Elise Reed. Like she's fought a lot of great fighters, and she's 10-3. So fool on me for picking against Lookboonmee. But let's go Thainara. Feature prelim light heavyweight bout. Navajo Sterling against Rodolfo Bellato. Sterling 7-0, 6'4" New Zealand man coming against Bellato. 12-2, a draw and no contest. I think that draw was against Jimmy Crute too. And in no way in my life am I ever going to pick Roberto Bellato to do anything in the octagon ever again unless he's fighting an absolute trash can. So Navajo Sterling by decision here. I think Bellato will probably be a little bit tougher and not be able to get finished because also Sterling's very methodical. He's not just going to run forward. He's perfectly fine punching it out for 20 minutes here. And I don't think Bellato's the guy that, I mean, he's got to have to catch him. He basically did finish Erslan there. I don't understand how sometimes the UFC and the fight stoppages are crazy, but I can never pick Bellato. I can never believe in him. I will not. Here, I like Sterling. I think Sterling by decision is just going to be eaten up over 15 minutes, and this guy is just going to be questioned what he's going to do. Maybe he can hold him against the cage, wrestle him down a little bit. I don't know if that's actually going to be Bellato's game plan. I don't really know what this guy's going to go do in there, so I just think he kind of gets beat up for 15 minutes and doesn't really have too good of a game plan. Going to the main card here. Heavyweight bout, Justin Tafa, 7-5 and a no contest against Louis Sutherland. 10-3, unranked, making his debut. And if you look at a picture of Louis, the Vanilla Gorilla, 31 years old, standing 6'3", this guy's if this guy doesn't run through Tafa in the first round, I don't know what's gonna happen. I cannot think Tafa is actually gonna win this fight against somebody that looks like this. So if Tafa catches him and finishes him, I think it'll be a good day for a lot of the Australian, New Zealand guys. I don't think this is a good spot. I don't think Tafa's a very good fighter. Nothing personally, dude. It's just that, like, I mean, I don't know. Just knock him out. Knock him out. I think this fight ends under 1.5. I think this is a Louis Sutherland spot. I just won't ever believe. It's like another thing. I just won't ever believe or bet on Tafa, believe in Tafa. Taliesin Teixeira, Carl Williams, he beat Austin Lane, Parker Porter. So yeah, I just got no belief in Justin Tafa at this point. Always fighting in, pulling out, a lot of injuries. Just who knows the amount of training down there. I'm just gonna pick the guy making his debut to want it a little bit more. Louis Sutherland. I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. Keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. Lightweight bout. Tommy Nolan, 9-1 versus Charlie Campbell, 9-2. Nolan with a 3-inch height advantage. 1.5 inch on the reach, or just half-inch on the reach. And yeah, there's a lot to like about Charlie Campbell. The thing I don't like about him is he gets punched in the face a lot. I kind of think Tom Nolan might knock him out here. If Chris Duncan is finding that head and putting him to sleep after even getting destroyed like that, I don't really. I kind of. Bro, Sam Patterson, Tom Nolan, and Charlie Campbell all walk into a phone booth together. It's like the Spider-Man thing. Who is who? I think this is a Nolan spot. I think he's really class on the feet. I think he's got a lot of volume. I don't think he gets hit as much. I think he's a much cleaner striker. I think he's got way better volume. I've seen Campbell kind of fade in the third round in a couple of his fights. I kind of like Tom Nolan third round / decision. I think he's got he'll punch late, and he can even get Charlie early. This could be a 90-second fight as well. I think Tom Nolan is going to class above him, especially when these big guys fight against bigger guys in a way. Like these guys are going to weigh in at lightweight. This is nasty. So some nasty work by Tom Nolan and Charlie Campbell here. So I got Nolan by late finish. Campbell's pretty damn tough. He might be able to withstand it. Coming down, though, we'll see what the weight cut is. Like, another thing, like these guys could be 165ers. Like, this is why we need another weight class. Seriously, these guys are 170, 155. They're in between two weight classes, and it's just actually just killer for these guys. It's so hard for the sport to grow because it's like they're in between. They don't really know how to train and how to, it's so crazy, so complicated. I'm not the proper person to talk about it, but I just want to see 155, 165, 175, 185. 205. You can do 225 and then heavyweight after that. Tom Nolan. Welterweights. Jake Matthews 22-7 against Uncle Neil Magny 30-14. Jake Matthews impressive win, first round submission last time out. Neil Magny, couple solid performances. At least the last one, nice knee to back mount finish of Ezequiel dos Santos, but I got Jake Matthews here. I think he'll just be better than Neil. This is nothing against Neil. I think this will be a great fight. I just think it's a little quick turnaround for somebody that late. Neil's a professional fighter. Jake Matthews is a professional fighter. Besides the loss to Morales, and I mean, I remember that Semisberger fight. I don't know what happened that fight. He's lost to Sean Brady. And other than that, he's beaten everybody else. So I got Jake Matthews to win here, like everybody else, except for like maybe the title contenders. Neil Magny's an uncle, and I think he's way younger, way more athletic. I think he can go 7 ways to Sunday. Jake Matthews, let's go, baby. Next up, light heavyweight bout, Jimmy Crute. 13-4-2, standing 6'2" against Ivan Erslan, 14-5, 6'2", coming off a loss to Sterling. And yeah, another spot where I'm just gonna ride Jimmy Crute, dude. I just think he's a way better fighter, a way more skilled fighter. If he needs to, he can take him down and finish him there, like he did his last fight. I think he can stand on the feet and win the exchanges and do some damage. And I just think Jimmy Crute's a way better fighter. I think Erslan is just very punchable. He's very takedownable. I think he's only going to hit he's got to hit that KO power, put him out, lickety-split quick. If that doesn't happen against Jimmy Crute and this fight goes, like, Jimmy Crute's a fucking absolute tank, dude. Kidding me? Like, Jimmy Crute's been some absolute wars, so you're going to have to catch him on the chin, and you're going to have to put him out. Losing to Sterling, losing to Cutie Laba, you're going to lose to Jimmy Crute. Like, that's enough of it. But you have to touch him on the chin. Jimmy Crute is susceptible to getting chinned up and put out, but I just think he's a way better fighter. I think he's super tough, and I think if he does get chinned up, he'll be able to find a little grappling exchanges, settle himself, and then win later on. Jimmy Crute, baby, by decision. Let's go. Co-main event here, interesting. I actually would have liked to see Jimmy in the co-main event, but here we got Jack Jenkins, 13-4, coming off a loss against Roman Tavares, 10-3, coming off a loss. Jenkins lost to Gabriel Santos on a rear naked choke. Why don't I remember that? And then against Roman Tavares, I have who lost to Davey Grant. And I just think you got to pick Jack Jenkins here. He's a tough guy. He's really well-rounded. He's as long as he's not going to get finished by Tavares, which I don't really think he's going to. Yeah, someone's just going to go back and forth. I think Jack Jenkins is a better fighter. I think Tavares is going to struggle with the cardio, struggle with the power, struggle with whatever Jack's gonna bring to the table, man, the leg kicks, he's pretty vicious in there. I remember Jack Jenkins was a pretty big favorite against Cheppy Mariscal, and he got finished from an arm injury from a takedown, and I think he's fully recovered and ready to take the next step. I really had him winning that Gabriel Santos fight too before he got finished in the third round. I was pretty heavy on Jenkins there, and I thought he was doing a great job. I think Jenkins, wins here. Jenkins by decision. And, yeah, I just think Tavares just doesn't bring a level of just nastiness and decision-making to the octagon to beat Jack Jenkins. Yeah, it's tough opponent. And last up, the main event, Carlos Ulberg, light heavyweight bout against Dominic Reyes, 13-1 Ulberg against 15-4 Reyes. Both guys on a heater, big win streak. Ulberg finishing, Menefield finishing, winning against Yehovas, winning against Uzdemir. Dominic Reyes, a knockout of Krylov, knockout of Anthony Smith, knockout of Jacoby in a row, and I'm on Reyes, bro. I'm on Reyes again. I just think the guy is actually huge in there. He's actually super big. I think he's super athletic. I think we actually doubt this guy's athleticism in there. I think Ulberg eventually will just get hit too much. I think he'll take some damage on the legs. Kind of something similar to Johnny Walker versus Ming Yang Zhang. Zhang Ming Yang. I don't know how athletic Ulberg is. We think he's a great prospect. He's nearly 35, 36 years old, 34, 35 years old. And I'm not saying Reyes isn't old like that, but he's still only 35. And if you actually look at besides, so that finishing streak after the Jones loss, I don't even count. This guy's a different man now. I think he's reborn, rebirthed, and I think he's found the chin. I think he's found the timing, the chin power, the belief. Not that Ulberg is not going to challenge him, and I just think Dominic Reyes is going to win over 3, 4, 5 rounds. I don't think you could believe in Ulberg winning over 3, 4, 5 rounds. You have to kind of believe him winning in the first 9 minutes, right? I think you got to get Ulberg 1 and 2. If that's kind of, I just don't think he's better than Dominic Reyes like that. I really don't. I think he'll take too much damage. It's one thing beating Blachowicz. It's one thing beating Uzdemir in 3-round fights. It's another thing to beat Dominic Reyes in a 5-round fight when this guy has actual championship medal against John Jones. He won the fight. He won 3 rounds against John Jones. You can say whatever you want. He won the first 3 rounds. There's not a doubt in my mind about it. Yeah, so I like Dominic Reyes here. A nice upset. I like some favorites here. I like some upsets. I like some guys that really get the job done. I think it should be another good fight card. I'm really excited. Hopefully to rebound nicely on the picks. And, yeah, we're going to go in there. The Noche card, where there's a few spots I really didn't like. Here, there's a lot of spots I kind of feel pretty solid about. Starting off with Perisic, we're going to ride there. Luana Carolina with the upset there, but hopefully she gets some takedown defense. I got Jamie Malarkey. We got Thicknessy here. We're going to go Roastin submission. We're going to go Oban Elliott on the rebound. Alexia Thayanara submission. Navajo Sterling on the decision. We're going to go Louis Sutherland KO. Tom Nolan on the finish. Jake Matthews by decision. Jimmy Crute by submission. Let's go Jack Jenkins by decision. And we're going to go Dominic Reyes 4th round KO against Ulberg. Just by sheer wear and tear, my man is going to be calling for the winner of next week's fight. So let's go, Dom. Good luck. This is a de facto title eliminator here. And we got the big dogs coming up next week, which should be super exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for liking, comment, subscribing. If you haven't, please do. That supports the channel greatly. I can't wait to just watch the fights again, bring you the next card. And enjoy everybody. Be safe out there. Take care of your friends, your family. Peace and love.